Hello and welcome on into the Gateman post-game show. Gateman with a huge victory tonight, 4-3 over the Falmouth Commodores, and they are halfway to the Cape Cod Baseball League Finals. Alongside me, Henrique Demore and J.D. Rachi, I'm Cameron Stewart. 4-3 victory in which the Gateman had to come back today, and it all started with the gutsy starting pitching by Zach Hart.
Yeah, Hart put together another awesome start. He came off 5 awesome innings that he pitched against Hyannis in that 10-6 win towards the end of the year, and it's exactly what we expected from him. Low walks, he just had 2 of them, gave up the 6 hits, 2 earned runs, but 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. He continued to throw it just under a strikeout an inning. He started off really well, a couple really nasty strikeouts at the top of a very good Falmouth order. They haven't been hitting the ball all that well, but they showed some pop today. The only real trouble was the Maverick Hanley triple, which scored 2 runners, but that ended up being it for Falmouth until late in the game when Joey Barron, a long 3-inning save, he ended up the winning pitcher as well, given that when both starters, Adam Lasky on Falmouth's side and Zach Hart on Wareham's side, they both exited when it was a 2-2 tie before the Gatemen dropped 2 more and gave them the go-ahead runs there at what at one point was a 4-2 lead. Ended up being a 4-3 victory. But like I said, Barron was awesome out of Lackawanna. He was really good in relief. Really nasty stuff. We saw the fastball from him that is, hovers around that mid-low 90s, but the breaking stuff was absolutely nasty. He had a couple of strikeouts, and he got into a little bit of trouble in the 9th, but managed to wrestle himself out of it.
Joey Barron never makes it easy on us fans, but he comes through with another save, his second of the playoffs. But the Gatemen needed to battle back in this one, and their offense did just enough coming up with the timely hits.
Yeah, and it was really the bottom of the order that impressed me the most. How about Ryan Kreidler, 2 for 3 tonight, 2 RBIs, a home run, an absolutely mammoth shot, 399 out to left field. Probably the 3rd most impressive home run, the 3rd longest home run we've seen from the Gatemen this season. You think back to a couple of nights ago against Hyannis, Austin Shenton, the bomb to straightaway center field, 412 out to center here at Spillane. And then you think back to another game against the Harbor Hawks in that 17-4 win. Brian Packard launches an absolute mammoth shot to right field in that game. But Ryan Kreidler has really found the power stroke over the last couple of weeks. Last 2 weeks of the season, he's got 3 home runs. Had one against Orleans and then another on the next night after that against Hyannis. And then he's got another one tonight. He was extra impressive for me tonight. I was really, really happy with what I saw from Ryan Kreidler because he's got that athletic 6'4", 6'3" body, that kind of frame that you'd expect him to be hitting a couple of more home runs. If he can keep doing that, the way he plays the field and the way he is defensively at shortstop, he could easily be a great pro prospect moving forward. We have heard from multiple sources and multiple guys with a lot of insight into the game that Ryan Kreidler is pro-ready defensively right now. If he can get the bat going like he has over the last couple of weeks, he is going to be absolutely fantastic. Then you think Skylar Hunter, 2 hits today, including an RBI single. He also scored a run in this game. He was huge. And then Isaac Collins, how about a gap power opposite field triple to score a run as well and give the Gatemen this 4-3 win. Offense was great today. Austin Shenton also with another absolutely fantastic day. He had 2 hits. He had an RBI. But really, it was the bottom of the order, and then Isaac Collins right at the top that had the most impressive day. If the Gatemen want to win moving forward and want to sweep this series tomorrow at Gov Fuller Field, then they have to get that production from the bottom of the order again. Because you saw Adam Lasky tonight, the left-hander out of Duke. He was the ace on this staff left on the team. They have already lost like 3 or 4 ace-quality pitchers, 2 departures and 2 innings limits in this season. But Falmouth threw out another really great guy. Ryan Kreidler and Isaac Collins were able to get to him. Then they tag it on top of Cal Coughlin, the right-hander of TCU, who is also fantastic this season for the Falmouth Commodores. So really, you got to 2 of their best pitchers, and they're not going to have that many arms left because they'll be playing their 4th game in 4 days coming up tomorrow. So they're not going to have a lot of arms ready to go. We are likely to see a bit of a bullpen day from them. Scott Politz from Yale is expected to get the start. So if the Gatemen can do offensively what they did today again tomorrow, they are going to be in great shape moving forward.
So it was the bottom third providing the punch for the Gateman order, led by the talisman tonight, Ryan Kreidler, who got our player of the game, so he caught up with our Mary orders afterwards.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with tonight's player of the game, Ryan Kreidler. Now, Ryan, down 2 in the middle of the game, you hit a bomb to left center field. Can you take me through that at-bat?
Yeah, I think I was the second guy up. I was just trying to put a long at-bat together, trying to see some pitches, and got into a 2-strike count, fouled a couple pitches off, and then took a change-up. And then I thought he was going to come back with a fastball, but he just kind of hung a change-up, and I was able to put a good swing on it.
How big was it to get the Gatemen on the board?
It was huge. It was a cool atmosphere, a lot of fans out here tonight, and I was happy to come through for my team, and hats off to our pitchers. They kept us in it the whole time and gave me the chance.
A little bit later in the game, you decided to steal third. Can you take me through that decision?
Yeah, well, they weren't really holding me too close at second, and I knew the guy on the mound was a little bit uncomfortable kind of being a sidearm guy. They don't usually like to pick off to second, and with a left-handed hitter up, they're not really not really thinking about me stealing third, and so I thought it was a good chance. Guys, kind of not a real base stealer to just take a shot, and it worked out.
When you guys get down 2 relatively early, how do you keep the energy up?
It's kind of just our dugout, just getting lively. They play the song when we score, and that's always fun. We get the claps going, and it's just a blast being out here with the team, and I think we put a couple runs on the board and really got it going late, and that's what kind of drove us to the win.
In the top of the 9th with 2 outs, they hit some weak ground balls. They didn't really go your way. How do you guys stay composed to get that last out?
Yeah, Joe did a good job on the mound dealing with that. He did a really good job, and that's just kind of the way the Cape is. Maybe not the greatest fields in the world, but we're thankful that we got the last one and we got that out and we were able to come out with the win.
How big was it to get the first win of the series?
It was huge. These series are really fun, and you kind of treat it like a college weekend, like we're all accustomed to at our schools. And getting the first one on Friday night, or in this case, I don't know what day it is, Wednesday, is huge. And, going into the weekend, you want to get that one win out of the way as fast as you can.
Lastly, you guys go to Falmouth tomorrow. How do you try to get that win?
Yeah, Falmouth's a tricky ballpark again. They got kind of weird lights, and we're just going in there, and we're going to try our best to get on the board early, and as the visitor, just try and punch him in the mouth and see what happens.
Ryan, thanks so much, and good luck with the rest of the series. Guys, back to you.
Welcome back in on the Gateman post-game show as we are here in our typical home, the John H. Wild press box, to wrap things up after a knockdown, drag-out 4-3 Gateman victory today, a come-from-behind victory at that, in which Joey Barron ends up shutting the door, setting up for a game tomorrow at Gov Fuller Field in Falmouth. Gateman got to be road warriors once again to try and sweep the series, much like they did at Cotuit just a few days ago with the 15-6 victory. And one more win means the Gatemen are in the finals of the Cape Cod Baseball League. So it all starts tomorrow. As far as pitching, we don't know. We don't know who's going out there. It's pretty much like Don Sneddon said in pregame today. Everyone but this guy, and this guy are available. So it's a big game tomorrow. It's a 6 o'clock start time rather than a 6:30. So catch us on the Gateman pregame show at 5:30, where we will start our live cast for that. And gentlemen, got a big playoff game going tomorrow. And I know we're all feeling pretty good about it here in Wareham. Gateman look to sweep the series tomorrow at Falmouth, so join us then. For Henrique Demore and JD Rachi, I'm Cameron Stewart. Thanks so much for watching.